Full on ready.
I'm hitting start. Are you ready? Don't put that finger up at me. Don't. What are you doing? Are you fucking? Did you win the Super Bowl? Are
I
you
did not.
praying to? Okay. Are you praying to somebody?
Nope. Never would do that.
All right. Well, this is the Half-Assed podcast, and I want to. Well, thanks for jumping in, John. I want to
You're not
start
talking
off.
to me. You're talking to them. I know what it is.
I want to start off by dedicating this show to a friend of mine, Mike Harris. Not so much of a friend. Not so much.
Okay.
Not so much as
That's a weird.
he. I
Introduction.
grew up with him. I grew up with him. He was uh, 3 or 4 years older than me when I was 16. Right. So what? Kind of like a relationship you have with the Mowers right
Oh
now.
yeah.
You were like 6 or 7 years older than them, and they were 12, and you invited them to live with you. So
Yeah.
it was kind of like this. But
Wait a
his
minute. No,
name.
that's not. You made that sound weird. That's not what
Well,
happened.
I want to dedicate this one to Mike. But he was. I'll tell you the story, and you'll get why he wasn't so much of a friend. He was a friend on my end, but I don't think he considered himself my friend towards.
Well, why are you dedicating the show to him? What happened? Is he no
Well, he
longer
pa-
with us?
well he passed away. He passed away last night, and I didn't get a chance. He was one of those guys where I always thought I'd have a chance to make it up to him, you know.
Oh, what
But
you do?
I did a lot of things.
What
So
did you do?
one okay. So back when I was 16, I was a little bit of a criminal, a lot of bit of a criminal. I was
Okay.
drug addict, robbing, stealing from the ages of 14 to 18. I stole thousands and thousands of dollars worth of everything. But
All right, we got him. Move in. Red team,
but
go.
God, that's gonna suck. So I got caught since then, but I ran into this kid named Michael Harris. Right, he was 19, I was 16, and he was fat.
Mm,
His nickname, and in our infinite wisdom, you know how kids come up with great nicknames, and
yes.
like hey, there's a guy named Turtle, or hey, there's a
Yeah.
guy named Quick Joe. This was Fat Mike. His
Oh,
name was
good.
Fat Mike.
Yeah, we had a fat guy in our friends. We just called him "you big fat piece of shit."
Yeah, this is what we called Mike
Uh,
constantly. But Mike,
Why are
Mike
you
was
so fat? Why are you so fat? Just punch him in his face.
yeah. You'd have water balloon fights, and then everybody would hit him because nobody could miss him.
Right, with hydrochloric
Type of-
acid in the balloon.
yeah. So Mike had a car. We didn't. We had a lot of pot, but we had no place to smoke it. And Mike had a car, and he was like, "Hey guys, coming with me, and we'll drive around."
That's not what I pictured his voice like.
Oh,
Oh,
he
you
was
didn't
very,
drive him.
very,
Okay.
very high pitched. He was huge. He was 600 pounds.
What?
I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding.
How tall?
Huge. Oh, at the time, probably 5'10", 5'11".
Shit. So he was like 5 by 5.
Yeah, yeah. If you put it, if you put him in a tie dye T-shirt, he looked like the world's biggest Super Bowl. And he was just brown.
Yeah.
But he used to take us out. There used to be these back roads with a series of lakes. We called them James A. Reed, right? And he would always take us out there, and we'd get high. And one day we convinced Mike that we needed to learn how to drive. We're 16, he's 19. He could teach us how to drive.
Hmm.
Well, Mike's like, I don't want to. It's not my car. It's my mom's station wagon. And Mike, come on, you're our friend. I tell you what.
I get that. You
I tell you,
peer pressure assholes.
yeah, yeah, Mike. I tell you what. You're our friends, and we'll all get out of the car, and you keep the keys, and until you get to the other side, because he knew how thievery we were. Until you get to the other side, then we won't get in. Well, he says okay. And Mike, 500, 600 pounds, he's trying to get out of the car. It takes a good 30 seconds. A good 30 seconds for him
Yeah.
to get out of the car.
What kind
Finally,
of car was it?
it was a like a Pontiac Parisian station wagon.
Okay. Sounds like a fat guy car.
Yeah, it's extreme. Oh man, and the shocks were the shocks were worn out on
Where
the
it
side
squeaks
he
when they
was
get up.
on. So somebody was riding. You were always riding like 3 feet higher than him.
You say like you're in a cab of a pickup. Right, he's
so,
down there on the ground.
so he rolls out of the car, and as he's reaching back in to grab the keys, he's like, "You guys aren't out yet." I slide into the driver's seat, step on the gas, and take off.
You assholes.
And take off. We are gone. We are gone driving his car for a good 3 hours.
All this guy wanted to do, he's just a fat kid and you guys are being nice to him for a second. He wants some friends. You're like, all right, these guys are being kind of mean, but maybe I could help him out. And he worked hard for that car, his mom's car or something. Now he's got to worry about his parents probably yelled at him too.
Oh yeah, all that. So we're gone for like 3 hours, right? And we drive past. What's worse is we drive past him a couple times.
He stayed there the whole time?
Yeah, we wanted to make sure he was still there, and we weren't having the cops called on us. So we drive past him, and we're like, "Hey, Mike, what's going on?" Right? Give me back my car, you motherfuckers! Don't leave. All right, Mike, we'll be back, and then we take off again. All right? For 3 hours we did this. This is just a side story to get to another story, right? So.
There's worse.
Oh, we pick him up, and immediately after picking him up, we want to apologize. Mike, thank you for letting us use your car. We were just playing. Sorry, Mike. Let's take you out to dinner. We've got about $50. We can afford a dinner for all of us as long as we don't.
Just playing. You took his car for 3 hours and left him out there.
We can afford a dinner, Mike. If we don't order anything expensive, we can feed the 5 of us. There was 5 of us there, right? So we go to this.
That's 10, counting him.
Yeah. So we go to this old restaurant, and we order all this food. And he's like, we're ordering this just copious amounts of food. And Mike's sitting there being the voice for reason. You guys said we can't order that much. No, Mike, you can't order that much. I've got enough money for me. I can order what I want. We're gonna pay for you. Just don't order. Don't go crazy, Mike. So Mike orders a little bit, and pretty soon I'm like, oh. Man, I'm not feeling very good. I gotta go to the bathroom. Mike's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, Mike. I'm feeling really sick. I gotta go." I get up and I walk out the front door.
No.
Here goes my buddy. He's like, "Oh, something's wrong with Gary." I think I heard him in the bathroom. I think I heard somebody say something. There's a sick guy in the bathroom. Let me go check on him. He gets up, walks out the front door. 5 minutes later, we're all outside, and we leave Mike with a fucking $100 fucking bill while we're sitting in his car. So you can see why this kid. You can see why we wouldn't be.
Yeah, he wouldn't call you a friend, no.
No, he wouldn't call me a friend at all. But,
no, not at all.
Oh, he had guns pulled on me one day. It was just crazy. He kind of kidnapped me.
Okay, well now it's taking a little turn his way. What are you talking about? He's not this poor innocent kid I was picturing at first.
No, he kind of kidnapped me and my buddy. He was like, "Hey, you guys want to go?"
How do you kind of kidnap somebody? Is that like a bad date?
Yeah, I mean, the only reason he kidnapped me is because I couldn't go anywhere else, and I was kind of stranded. But he's like, "Hey, you guys want to go to the next town over? I gotta go meet my girlfriend." And half of me is like, "No, I know he doesn't have a girlfriend." The other half of me is like, "What if he does? You need to see this."
Yeah, absolutely. That's something you
need to see this. You have to see what kind of girlfriend he has. Because I didn't have a girlfriend at the time. I was like, "This is fucked up."
That's the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. You have to go see
it. So he picks me and my friend up and he drives us to the next town over, only to find out there's no girlfriend. Right?
Yeah.
This is like at noon on a Saturday. Well, about 9 p.m. on a Saturday still. We're still not home. He won't take us home. He refuses to take us home. And he pulls up into this, he says, "Well, this is a shortcut." And he pulls up into this fenced-off area. And all these armed forces guys come running out with their guns drawn, pulling us out of the car, having us on the ground, guns to our head. I mean, I'm not even joking, guns to our head, screaming at us. I am crying. I'm like, "I don't know what to do. I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know. Where the fuck are you? What the fuck are you doing here?" He drove us into an ammunition plant just right into the front gate and stopped there for 15 minutes.
Good for him.
Yeah, he didn't even know what he was. But yeah, after that, we were like, yeah, Mike, you're kind of fucking mean to you, dude. Yeah, that's.
Oh, so he didn't set that up. But I thought you were saying he kind of did that on purpose.
No, I don't think he set that up. I think
Did they have guns to his head too?
Oh yeah, they pulled us all out.
That's one way to know.
Like 6 people pulling him out. I mean, it looked like a bunch of people pulling a fat guy out of the car. That's exactly what it looked.
Yeah.
I mean,
metaphor there. I mean, you could have.
I don't know what other metaphor you could use for that.
You would have known that he was in on it, I guess, if like you're all laying on the ground, your gun in your head, and you look up and he's just sitting on the car clapping. That would have gave it away.
Oh man, he used to have buckets. I'm not even joking. Buckets of fried food sitting in his backseat that were months old.
Oh God, that's gross.
Yeah. But he was a nice guy. He was. I mean, he was a really nice guy, and he.
So that's why you treated him like shit.
And we could just get away with it,
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel bad.
Everybody has periods where they're an asshole when they're a kid. At least
this is the guy that we were just a complete asshole to, and then I found out he passed away, and it was weird. Is he passed away yesterday, and for some reason I was talking to the guy next to me, and I was just telling stories about him. All day yesterday.
That shit happens all the time. You think about somebody you haven't talked to in a while, and you're guaranteed they're going to call you, or something's going to come up.
Oh, yeah, or he's dead.
It's so weird. Or they're dead.
Yeah,
When's the last time you talked
to him
since
all kinds of stories.
All in between all that shit and when he died, how long have you seen him? Has it been since you've seen him?
When my son was born. The last time I seen him was my son was born. I went to the doctor and found out he tried to commit suicide.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
By rolling his car into a lake. I proceeded to kind of yell at him. I was like, Mike, that's not committing suicide. You are literally fucking 600 pounds. You understand that if you went into the lake, what'd you do? I mean, drive up to the dock, park, get out, and just let your car roll in there? Because if you went into the lake, you're not getting out. I've seen you try to get out of a car before, Mike.
You could have just rolled into the lake. You didn't have to, yeah.
Yeah. I've seen you get out of the car before, and it's a 5-minute procedure. I am not joking, Mike.
Yeah.
So he was sitting there. They let him out of the psych ward to smoke a cigarette with the rest of the group, and he started crying, and I was like, oh.
Oh God.
So we're not at this point yet where we're accepting what we are. So I'll see you later.
Yeah. So it's cold here in Philly. Having a little cold snap, as they say, cold snap. Lots of cold coming down from the north.
Yeah, we're snowing here too in Missouri.
Not snow. We had some snow the other day, but it's cold, very cold.
Which
breeze?
Is it a tundra?
Yeah.
Are you in a tundra?
I don't know. I just know it was -15 when I was leaving for work.
Polar vortex.
-15.
Polar vortex.
Polar something like that. Polar vortex. Yeah, but I get okay. We dedicate the show to Mike. Now everybody's. I'm just depressed now.
I was an asshole to Mike, and I wanted to make up to it. I thought I had time.
No.
But it just goes to show that you don't have time. I probably wouldn't have talked to him anyway. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have said nothing to him. I probably would have just felt bad about it. And then now that he's dead and I have a TV or a radio show, I can say I wanted to apologize, but I can't. I probably never would.
Mhm.
So, Facebook is doing some shit. What's going on with that?
Yeah, Facebook.
Segue. Speaking of dead people, Facebook can let you post from the dead.
I guess they kind of could. That would, that's this. All right, so to backtrack, Facebook, they purchased. I think they bought Oculus Rift too, but they purchased a huge virtual reality company like a year or two back. Spent billions on it, and everyone's kind of wondering what the hell they're going to do with that. But now they're going to start releasing apps for it. The first one is I don't know what they're calling it, but it's like share your environment. So I guess these things work both ways. Yeah. I guess the masks work kind of both ways, where you can actually film what you're into in a whole like 360-degree view.
That'd be pretty neat.
Yeah, then you can share it so somebody else can just hop into where you're at or where you record it.
That would be very creepy.
Yeah, it would, because especially if you'd want to try all kinds of shit. You try like a tropical island, but then you also want like somebody's crack house in the ghetto.
Or everybody has every parent has the photo of their kid in the bathtub naked.
Okay.
Yeah, so you jump into that picture.
Well, you would just choose not to share that one, I would hope. If
No, there are people
let
who
me
share
share my
that fucking
environment.
picture.
Stay in a tub.
There's you and the with a 2-year-old in the bathtub.
There's too many bubbles. You can't see anything. Get rid of the
Blow them
bubbles.
away. Blow them away.
Blow those bubbles away. Well, yeah. So there's all kinds of things you could do with that. Well, of course, there's already virtual reality porn, which is pretty interesting.
I don't know how. I mean, it doesn't excite me. Facebook, I don't think it'll be around that long. Facebook, I think it's dying now.
They can be as long as they keep moving into different things like this. If they stay on top of it and they're the first people offering the next thing, then
yeah,
they
that's
could
true.
be. But
I mean, it doesn't
know,
necessarily have to be the first people though.
But how many times do you think they're gonna do that? Like people just be like, oh, I'm sitting in my room. Here, you can look around my room.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay,
I mean,
cool.
it does, but it doesn't have. They don't have to. They can be the first people to do it, but it doesn't mean they're going to be successful. Look at like Sega. Look at Sega and PlayStation. Sega came out with the best fucking console first, and then PlayStation says, you know what, we have a shittier one for cheaper.
Yeah, and now PlayStation just outsold Xbox.
Yeah, right. So,
good for them. Fuck Xbox.
Yeah, fuck Xbox.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I don't know what other kind of apps they're going to come out with. Most of it has to just to be putting you in an environment. There's no other than games. There's not much you could do with it. Although I did see a video where they were showing people virtual porn for the first time, and the funniest parts were when they had the guys with the mask on, and you could tell they were watching from a girl's point of view because they're just trying to smack these invisible dicks out of their mouth. Like, no, get that away from me.
Get away. Get away.
Get out of here.
Same with that one guy. He's just
The one guy.
he's touching it. His tongue coming out play.
What are you doing, John? Oh, I'm picking apples.
These oranges are ripe this time.
Yeah, they're ripe this time here. Let me see if I can pull it off this branch.
Get all that orange juice in my mouth.
Oh, here comes another branch. Oh, now there's 2 branches.
A whole tree. God.
Oh boy.
Oh, this tree has some wood rot. It's all black.
Would you have to do that? I mean, if you had that option, would you?
Would I have to swat off trees of?
No. If you had the choice and you're watching a porn, would you want to click on the video where you're the girl? Would you do it? Would you click on that video? This one's from the girl's point of view.
Oh man, I don't know.
Would you immerse yourself in there just to see what it's like to see some?
Would it just be a visual experience?
Yeah, you're seeing everything she would see.
Would you start feeling? Am I in like a total sensory?
No. This is just virtual reality. You're just seeing it.
Oh, I'm just seeing it. Oh fuck! I'd click on everything all the time.
The only feeling you're gonna have is you jerking off while it's happening.
Well, yeah, of course. I'd click on. I'd do the dog stuff. I'd be like, oh look, rhino on rhino. I'm like, click.
Yeah, you're gonna be Ryan.
2 old ass Republicans fucking each other. So.
Oh, that's actually. I guess you could put it on your dog too, and then you could look around like what it's like to be a dog.
Oh, until you get hit by a car.
Yeah, or do you walk into another room and Michael Vick's standing in there? Hey.
Him and another dog.
Yeah.
Eagles jersey.
Yeah, Facebook is. I was wondering why they bought that stuff, and it makes sense because kids are gonna do that. Like the Snapchat stuff. Snapchat is one of those apps where I finally feel like the old man because I have no fucking idea how that thing works, and everybody's doing it.
Oh, exactly. You know, and that's the thing for the show. I've had to immerse myself in all these. So I didn't get Facebook until a year before we started doing this show.
Yeah.
I didn't do Twitter at all. I didn't Instagram. Now Snapchat, and I'm like, I still don't understand Snapchat. I don't see what the fucking point of it is.
I apparently it's huge, and there's a big age gap with it. You're like in your mid-20s is like the oldest, and then nobody uses it after that. I don't think.
Yeah, nobody.
And I've seen it work once where you hit the person's name and hold on it, and this video comes up. Everyone that watches Snapchat right now is probably yelling at us. No, you fucking idiot! You push the button and you can send this. But whatever. I feel like an old man when it comes to Snapchat.
Yeah, I don't see why you need to take a picture and then add a text to it because you can do that now with text messages.
Well, it's short little videos too. You could do. That's what they're mostly doing, like quick little video clips, and it disappears forever. Like after a certain amount of time, it's gone.
Yeah, it tells me that, and that right there tells me that it's only used for naked pictures, and
Absolutely.
that's it. Hey,
Kids are
we
sending pictures of their genitals of each other with it.
yeah. Hey John. Hey
Maybe I
John.
just talked myself into Snapchat.
Hey John.
Yeah.
I invented this application
Okay.
that I
Why'd you
want.
call it application? You should just call it
Well,
app. That's what the cool
oh,
kids
is it an app? Okay, so hey John,
Yep.
I did some market research and I invented this app. They told me I had to call it app. My market
Okay.
research team. So
Smart team you
it's
got there.
yeah, it's a smart team. I invented this where it basically does everything a text message does,
Right.
but you can take some videos, short videos, but after you send it, you get a certain amount of time before it deletes forever. What could we use this for?
Porn.
Porn?
Yeah.
Do you think you could send
Sexting.
sexting?
Yes.
I wouldn't know. Send me a dick pic. Let's find out.
Okay. It's going to disappear right away. And you know what you could do with this thing, too, apparently? You can know if somebody took a screenshot of it.
I like how the fucking the joke, and then it's gonna disappear right away. Like I've done this before. I know this
Yeah.
is what happens. See you later.
Yeah. You could tell if somebody took a screenshot of it, too. It alerts you somehow if somebody takes a screenshot of what you sent.
Well,
But I don't
you
know
know,
what
when
that helps.
yeah, why? How's that help? Why would you want to know? Like,
I don't
so
know.
you don't talk to that guy anymore?
Yes,
Too
you go,
late. Your
oh, shit.
fucking your tits or your dick are
Oh,
already
shit.
on the
On
fucking.
Twitter. Yeah. And I'm
Like,
an IT guy. I work with computers all day. I know technology, but the Snapchat thing, it's just I can't keep up with it. I'm done.
it's one of those things. Is why is it a thing? Why is it? It doesn't make sense. It does a little bit of everything, and then the alert thing is just creepy to me. It's like, hey, why didn't the fuck did you tell me? It's like if my wife started cheating on me, and I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna catch her at
Yeah.
all, but she just walks in the room and says, hey, I'm cheating on you.
Yeah.
Why in the fuck did you tell me that?
Yeah. Well, I didn't
Why are you
need to
being?
know. Like my existence could have gone on without knowing, and
I was pretty fucking happy.
yeah,
You were getting away with it.
should have just kept getting
Get
away
away
with
with
it.
it.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, but
please don't
apparently
hurt me.
everybody's like the kid with kids and teenagers. That's all they do. There's more users of that than Facebook now in some places.
What the fuck?
And I that's it's fine. Do your kids use it? Do they have phones?
Yeah, my oldest son has a phone, but he doesn't even text
Does
nobody
he do
yet.
Snapchat?
No, he does the Facebook and Instagram right now. Dad, I hope he doesn't do Snapchat.
It
I
could
don't
be.
know.
You wouldn't know.
I am going to take his phone.
Yeah. See, you won't know how to work it though. You see Snapchat on there.
Yeah,
You don't have to fucking look at anything.
I wouldn't
You
even know
can't-
what it looks like. I wouldn't even know what Snapchat the
It's a
app.
little ghost. It's a ghost, like a white
What?
ghost with a yellow
Oh,
background.
that's scary as fuck.
Racist as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was minus
Yeah.
15 when I was leaving for work this morning, which,
That's like a fucking Eagles score.
it just made you feel like you would when you were like the caveman days and you had I must go forage for food for my family and then install Windows Server 2003
Why do they
on a
sound pseudo
system.
Russian? Why do they sound pseudo Russian?
I go out and forage in the Arctic tundra for food and sustenance, and then I might raise the domain server level from 2003 to 2008 so all of the users can connect on the network.
Why? I'm still trying to find out why he sounds pseudo Russian. It is you who's in trouble. I work at IT. I will
It'll be
come.
many moons before we are warm again and feel the warmth on our bodies, but Windows 8.1 Pro does not work well for the office.
Now, now it's pseudo Russian and American Indian. It's a many moons until we drink vodka.
I will
Nuclear
go
vessel.
and catch a deer and we will eat its meat and give it to my child so the child may eat the meat and then maybe
That's a lot of times you said meat.
I can make a new domain policy so that when users sign on they get access and an IP address right away.
You said meat a bunch of times.
Meat. Frozen meat. You can keep the meat outside because it's so cold.
You put salt on the meat.
No.
We like meat. Oh,
Get
man.
diabetes.
So, I have some cool news, all right? So, we've ran the gamut of death, Facebook, Snapchat. Now, Meat. Oh, especially meat.
Frozen
And
meat in Windows Server 2003.
frozen. You need to make an app. You need to make an app just called Frozen Meat. Just pictures of frozen meat.
But the meat disappears if you don't look at it within. Each picture only lasts half of a second.
Please, please, please.
The picture is actually gone before you get the notification. When you get the notification that I sent you a picture, the picture's already gone. That's my app.
You never get to see them.
Yeah. No, it's gone. You get a notification. John sent you a picture on goodbye fish.
On frozen meat. On frozen meat.
On
Please.
Snap meat.
Meat snapper.
Meat snap. There it is. Meat snap. You got a new notification on Meat Snap. John sent you a picture. Oh, let me see. Oh, it's gone already.
Please, please make Meat Snap. Please.
All right. Meat Snap will be available on the website.
Oh, John, please make exactly as you said. Frozen meat you can't see.
You can see it. It's a flash if you catch it. The worst part about the app, though, is it's just full of adware and spyware. That's all you'll get from it.
It's full of bots.
Yeah, full of bots. You won't be able to see the meat, but your identity will be stolen.
by the vague pseudo-Russian guy who feeds.
Now my name is Barbara, and I live in Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Other than, well, I had the greatest announcement in the world until you trumped that with the real greatest announcement, the invention of Meat Snap. My town is getting Google Fiber. Next month, I am getting Google Fiber. I will have Google Fiber.
Fiber. Oh, that's the end of the show.
That's the end of the show.
Drop the website.
That's a half-assed podcast.
Wait. How are you getting Google Fiber? Is it finally reaching your town?
It is reaching us. It is reaching us.
Did you already order it?
Yes, we ordered it. We've ordered it for 2 years. It was supposed to reach us last year.
Oh, you signed up for the let me know when that shit gets here because I want that shit link?
Yeah, it was supposed to. Well,
surprised they worded it that way.
Their original whatever schedule was supposed to be last year, but they hit a snag, and now it's this year March. So
had a snag like that sentence just did.
Oh man, I'm having trouble.
Trouble getting them out.
I'm getting old. I'm getting old. Hold on. I'm getting old. And you know how I tell I'm getting old is because
you don't even understand how to use Meat Snap.
I don't know how to use Meat Snap, and I can go from completely coherent sentences to sounding like I just had a stroke at a snap of a fucking finger.
Sniggity snap. Snap of the fingers.
And
you shouldn't say in a snap of the fingers.
Next, Meat Snap. Okay, so that's it.
Well, no, it's not.
Podcast.
How much is Google Fiber going to cost you?
It is going to cost me $120. It's going to cost $120 if you want the gigabyte and the TV and the
TV too, and a phone.
And not a phone, but a tablet.
What?
They give you a Nexus 7 tablet.
What?
Yeah.
Hot damn.
$120, or it's free if you want the standard service.
Free.
Like 7
just
megabyte.
The regular 7, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so they're just giving internet away now. Here you go.
Yeah, which is awesome. And but after that, it's for every TV you want to hook up, it's like a $5 for the box. So,
every Nexus comes preloaded with Meat Snap and Snapchat.
And how to hate wiki links and all that shit. And man,
so you said it's a gigabit internet?
Yeah, 1 gigabit.
Yeah.
Gigabyte. Which one's better, gigabit or gigabyte?
You can only get gigabyte. They don't have gigabits.
Ooh.
Everything internet speed is gigabytes.
All right, so it's a gigabyte.
So a gig isn't really the same thing as a gig of like megabytes, or like a gig of memory. A gigabit is like 1/3 of that.
Okay, so thank you for putting us to sleep.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, so this is the halfassedpodcast.net. How'sYourRobot.com. Inventor of MeatSnap.
MeatSnap.
Patent pending.
It's in development right now. We got to figure out how many viruses we could fit on each upload.
How's Your Robot? Half-Ass Podcast across all social media. Look us up. Tell us if you want to be a test run of MeatSnap.
You know what the good thing about MeatSnap is?
I'm not even joking. You're making this. I'm holding you to this.
On old flip phones because you don't really need to have a
Droid razors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Motorola razor.
If you don't have it, actually works on landlines.
Old people are just holding the phone up to me.
Yeah.
You say it.
You just say it. MeatSnap.
Snap. All right. Well, that's the Half-Ass Podcast. You got anything to say, John?
MeatSnap.